You finished my developing and scanning videos, and now you want to store your sweet, newly developed and scanned film and archive it for the ages, and possibly rescanning later. Well, I'm here to show you how. Let's get into it. But before we do, if you are just stumbling on this video, hey there, my name is Will, and I'm a film photographer on the Central Coast of California, and I make videos about film and film developing and scanning. You're in the right place if you clicked on the video for the title, or if you are someone who came from either the developing or scanning video. Hello. Thank you for taking the time to follow me on that journey. You watched 2 hours of content from me. That's crazy. I'm seriously impressed and very, very thankful for all the support on all those videos. The developing video is almost at 25,000 views. Just thank you guys so much for that. Congrats to the winners of the film carrier giveaway I did last week on last week's video. I talked about 3D printed film scanners and gave away 5 of them for free. There are tons of giveaways like that on this channel, and you could win 1, 2. So stay around, hit that subscribe button. I just finished designing my own carrier right here. Hello. And there's a secret pre-order on my Instagram. If you just message me, I'll tell you all about it. It's going for 30 bucks in the pre-order and 5 bucks if you want an extra fun color knob. So that's pretty cool. Hit me up if you want to be in the pre-order. I don't know if I'm going to keep it at 30 forever, but that is what the pre-order is. So definitely get on in there. Okay, so today we are archiving our film. Now, one of the benefits of modern film technology is that they have good preservers built right into the film. That's why I didn't discuss the stabilization phase of the developing in my developing video, but I think you will get longer stability with the stabilization phase. That comes in the Unicolor kit, but it doesn't come in the CineStill kit. I'm not sure why. You can definitely buy it on the side as well. Now, when I say that we're adding stability, that means that we're trying to preserve it for a lot longer. But really, we have to think about the longevity and the ways to keep it alive if you want your film to last 100+ years or something like that. Also, from a little research here, I don't typically do a lot of black and white shooting, but apparently black and white has like silver maintained in it and it can preserve better. I'm not too sure. If you know more about this, write it down in the comments. I shoot mostly color, so this is kind of where that's coming from. I'm not a professional film preserver, so again, if you have any comments about preservation, write it down below, but I do know the basics, so here we go. You need to grab yourself some sleeves. First and foremost, I have some super basic archiving sleeves here. I've got them in 120 and I've got them in 35mm. I specifically like the 6 frame 35mm holders, and they also fit the case. You can find all these listed down below. I do want to point out, every time I link something, I want y'all to actually use the product, and it's a product that I'm actually using myself. I'm not sponsored by anything at this time, and everything I recommend is just something that I use or that I really enjoy. Using those Amazon links, if you click on them, it does give me a little bit of a kickback with no extra charge to you guys, and it goes to supporting this channel and why I'm able to do giveaways and hopefully quit my job one day to do photography full time. I would love to do that. Let's go. So any little support helps, and I really appreciate it. A lot of the guys that have bought the film carrier, you're also supporting me, and I just really appreciate you guys. I talked in my developing video and scanning videos that I don't like to use white cotton gloves due to them adding more dust and particles. All I do is just grab the film on the edges and slide it into the sleeves. Easy as that. I mentioned a trick in the scanning video about controlling the film bend on the bendy film like Fuji. You can load up these sleeves, put a bunch of books on them, and you're good to go after a day or so. Another thing about specifically the 35mm sleeves is that they have different sizes. To fit it in this binder, I think we're gonna go with the 6 frame one. And again, links are below. So we got our sleeves, let's get into it. One of the cool things about these sleeves is that they have markers at the top where you can write exactly what the shots were, exactly what the roll of film was. So for this one, I wrote Portra 400 AE1. So we're just gonna grab our film on the edges and slip it on in there. Once we are all loaded up, then we can put them into our binder. For preservation, similar to our film chemicals, we want a dark, dry, and cool environment. So for the dark, we use a dark box or folder like this one. Similar to our film chemicals, we want a dry, dark, and cool environment. So for dark, we use a dark box like this one. This again is some cheap one off of Amazon. It works pretty well. You could also store it in a filing cabinet or some sort of system like that where there wasn't any light. Just load those up and close it and you're all set. Then just like developing, we're off to find the other variables. It's hard to find a dry place when you live in a very humid place. So a simple trick is to save some of those silicone gel packs you get with stuff and you can throw it in the binder. If you don't have a stash of those, which you definitely should, start saving these. They are super useful. I have a link below as well and you can buy some. So that helps with moisture. Then we need to keep it cool. Now this can be a basement if you don't live in a flood zone. For me, I don't have a basement. It's just my house with my camera gear. I don't really have a cooler spot, but maybe you do. So think about a good spot for that. So that's the basics. Obviously there's more to it. There's more to be said about the stabilization step, and there's more to be said about that kind of stuff. Please comment down below if you are a professional or know a lot more about this, that people can preserve their film for hundreds of years maybe, and maybe down the line people will appreciate your work, and maybe even your grandkids or great grandkids. It'd be really cool to see what you were shooting now. Maybe that 2020 COVID roll will be really interesting in 50, 100 years from now. I think that's one of the really awesome things about film. It's so tangible, it lives, it is an actual object, and it is really cool to look back at that kind of stuff. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and hit me up if you want one of my film carriers in the pre-order. Please consider subscribing and supporting my channel, and get out there and keep capturing those moments and preserving them for all time. Peace.